Bungie dropped skill-based matchmaking this season, and to be honest, it's been a little weird. I don't know if I've liked it so far. It's definitely been interesting, a little wacky for sure, and I'm not saying at all it should be removed. It definitely needs some improvements and time, I think, but I mean, let me be very honest. In this video, I'm not going to be whining because I got a couple bad games. I mean, sure, I got shit on a couple times, it happens, but I mean, that's how it goes with skill-based matchmaking. If skill-based matchmaking is better for the general population, I mean, so be it. Keep it in the game, you know. This game just needs people that play Crucible and like actually enjoy it. And everything I go talk about in this video is completely based off my personal experience. So if you've experienced something else, please feel free to let me know. That's perfectly cool. Cause I'm just curious about how other people have like enjoyed skill-based matchmaking, if they've even touched it since it was announced. All that sort of stuff, because it seems like Bungie's gonna keep this around. So I just felt like talking about it because, well, I mean, this is a pretty big change to Crucible so far, and I've definitely felt the change. In this season, I'd say I've played around 50 games so far, and I mean, that could be totally way off. I really have no idea if that's accurate at all. I just totally made up a number in my head. But I'd say I played around 50 games, enough games to kind of get the feel for how matchmaking feels now. And I'd say the number one top problem right now is the fact that there are so many leavers every single game, and I just don't know why. It's absolutely insane how many people are leaving every game. Like I'd say half of my games. You know, you see in the bottom left, this person has departed the match, and it's like, why, dude? I mean, you know why? It's because these people are like wanting to keep their KD a little high, and that makes sense. But wow, it does suck sometimes, man, because you're having a good game, you're playing pretty well, and then someone leaves, and your whole team gets steamrolled, and in every game, one person leaving just snowballs into everyone leaving. And at that point, you know, why stay in the match? You know, you have no reason to stay in the match at that point. Like, the game goes from you having a good time, taking some 1v1s, just taking some fights, like a normal match should be, to running away from 6 god gamers chasing your ass down to get the little bit of juice out of the game because everyone left. And honestly, sometimes it's kind of fun just running around, running away from people. But, I mean, not fun enough to do it every single other game, you know? It's not that... You know, people leaving just ruins the mode, really. And I mean, if anyone else has been experiencing this, like, or is it just me? Like, it has to be, everyone has to be experiencing people just leaving matches. But Bungie really needs to get that changed. Like, I feel like the easiest way to avoid this happening is just having like some sort of repercussion for just leaving the match halfway through or right at the start of the match, you know. Not after the first game, because, you know, sometimes you gotta dip from a match, you know. I pretty often I start up a match right before I gotta head to work, and I end up leaving it because I'm kind of a bozo. But I mean, you shouldn't get banned after the first, but it should be like a 24-hour type of like window, where if in 24 hours you leave like 3 matches, that's a 10-minute ban, you know. Get that ass banned after 10 minutes or for 10 minutes. And then, you know, as you do it more, it gets a little longer, you know, after 6 games, you know, let's say an hour of being banned. After 10 games, if you've left 10 games, bro, just turn the game off first of all. But after 10 games, you're done for the day. You're out. Go play some PvE, go play some strikes, go enjoy some Gambit, because you should just not be in Crucible at that point. I wholeheartedly think that if there was some sort of like reason to not leave a game, that it would make this so much better. There wouldn't be as many snowball games. It'd be a lot more even, and it would just be so much more fun overall. But I mean, yeah, number one problem this season definitely been leavers. I'm just probably gonna go into like another small problem, but I mean, if that gets fixed, I'd say skill-based matchmaking is good to go. You know, green light, we're chilling. Another thing with skill-based this season is it's really hard to use off-meta loadouts. Like, let's say I'm using this season, the new Sky Rifle came out, the 200 RPM. It has a new arc perk. I really want to try that out. Get some cool arc chaining kills. Maybe make a video with that. No, there was no shot. I was getting trashed on. And you could easily say, you suck. Feel free. I do suck. That gun is just not for me. Or people were just using better guns. It's really 50-50. But, I mean, in general this season, when I am using the Wastelander, you know, crafted Wastelander, looking amazing, by the way, Palindrome, or really just anything else I feel super confident with, and I've used a lot, it feels great. I feel like the 1v1s are decided purely, not purely, I mean, that's, you know, it's just BS in this game, but it's pretty defined on skill and kind of positioning, which is pretty nice. But in those moments where I'm not using those guns, you know, when I'm just trying out a new scout rifle, when I'm just trying out whatever, and you just get destroyed by a gun that either just kills quicker, a gun that just flinches more, aka hand cannons. The guns that kill quicker are usually just SMGs, and there's some people with their multi-mocks out there just wrecking games. But I mean, sometimes you just get wrecked by Ace of Spades flinch. Some guns are just literally just better. That's how the game is. That's how it's always been. But it's really been showing for me personally. It just feels so hard to try out any sort of new loadout with a weapon that's like not good. Like I said, it could be me just suffering from I suck at the game syndrome, you know. That's how it goes. But at the end of the day, if everyone in the lobby is using the best guns in the game, how are you going to have any chance at beating them when you're using something worse? Because these people are supposed to be the same skill level, you know. I don't know how true that is, but if they're the same skill level and they're using something better and you're using something worse, you know it's kindergarten type of math that you're probably going to lose that gunfight. That's just how it goes, you know. That's how it should be, I guess. But it just feels really bad. I mean, last season, I rarely saw people with like 5k plus kills. Like, having over 1,000 kills on a weapon is super rare in this game. I only have it on 2, I think. Shayura's Wrath and my Palindrome. But there were some people with just some juiced stats on their guns. Like, I get it, you know, gun feels good. That's all right to use a gun that you enjoy. There's nothing wrong with that. But usually when you see, you know, people with 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 kills on a gun, you know that dude is goated on his sticks. You know that they're ready to roll the lobby. And for me, that was something super rare last season. I think I saw like 5 to 10 people with 5,000 plus kills. And now it's almost everyone using their best weapons. I mean, I saw someone with, let me try to think how many it was. 30,000 kills on a multi-mock. That's insane. I mean, I get it. Multi-mock's the best. You know, it was the best for a good amount of time. But 30,000 kills on an SMG and about like 15,000 on their sniper? That is insane. And then I saw someone with around 40,000 kills on Ace of Spades. Like, you're not going to win that, man. Once they get a kill, you know it's over for the lobby. That person's just that good with that good of a gun. And there's nothing you can do unless you switch to something that's as good. Final thing is definitely the solo matchmaking has been really rough. I don't know what or if Bungie even did it, but I remember them saying that they were going to implement matchmaking depending on like team size, which made me really excited because I was thinking, hey, maybe it's just going to be a bunch of solo players going at it. Cool. If they use team chat, all good. If they don't, even better. Yeah, no, that has not been the case at all. I really feel like that every game I've been getting matched with like at least one group of 3+ people, which nothing wrong with playing with a group. That's perfectly fine. I just don't know why Bungie would say in the TWAB, hey, we're doing this change, and then don't do it. It's kind of dumb. It really just kind of ruins the lobby, I guess you could say, because I mean, with the amount of levers, you already know there's going to be a lever immediately the moment they see a certain amount of people in a stack, which, I mean, it's still kind of lame. I mean, you shouldn't just leave a match because people are in a stack, but it does change how the game flows, definitely. You know, team shotting almost always happens But when people are playing in a stack and they're using some juiced loadouts, they're probably going to be team shotting and yeah, getting trashed on by some god gamers running around with each other is not fun. And it's a reason why I'm solo queuing, is to avoid that, and I was really hoping that, you know, I would avoid that. But overall, that's basically everything that I see wrong with skill-based matchmaking so far this season. I could be missing some stuff. I probably am missing some stuff. At the end of the day, this is all a skill issue. I should just get better at the game to avoid all these issues. But yeah, feel free to let me know how you're liking skill-based matchmaking so far, because I don't know, I like it. Honestly, there's just some of those issues. But yeah, I'm going to try to get back into doing some build videos, just little gameplays with them, because I have been feeling a little bit more confident playing with skill-based matchmaking so far. It's just I probably very rarely am I going to be dropping like a video on a weapon, or when I do, I'm going to be using the weapon and getting trashed on, and I will upload that fearlessly. You know, because there's nothing else you could do. I'm not going to sit here for 5 hours trying to get a video with a scout rifle. That's just not going to happen. But yeah, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like. I kind of just rambled on for however long this is. But yeah, I mean, this is basically everything I had to say about skill-based matchmaking first impressions so far. And yeah, peace.